this down. Here's what I've learned. Here's what I've learned. What do those words do? Here's what I've learned. It takes away the know-it-all. Right away they say, oh, he doesn't know everything. He learned this. She's just learned this. So here's what I've learned. Take up your hand, your left hand, and I point to it. I say, imagine that this is an omega-6. How many of you can do that? Right? So do it right now. Let's see it. Might as well learn. Nobody's watching, right? You don't have a candidate that could laugh at you. This is an omega-6. There's two things I learned about an omega-6. Number one, it's what? Essential. Your body has to have it. And number two, your body doesn't make it. So you have to get it from food or a supplement. That's it. Then you put that hand down, you lift up the other hand, say this is an omega-3. So this is omega-3. It's also what? Essential. Number two, your body doesn't make it. So you have to get it from your food or a supplement. Now your candidates heard that 2 times. For you, you've learned it, of course. It's the boring thing. For them, it's the new thing. Right? Your boring thing is their new thing. Next step, hold up this hand again. Say the difference between the two, because now we know why they're similar. The difference between the two is what? This one here creates inflammation. And then, what does the other one do? It's anti-inflammatory. This one here creates inflammation. This one here fights inflammation. So if you cut your finger and you're bleeding, and you don't have the one that creates inflammation, you're in trouble. And this one fights inflammation. Here's the thing. I also learned that there's a number. What's the number? 3 to 1. 3 to 1. They're going to be looking at you. The doctor's going to be looking at you. The Pope's going to be looking at you. Joe Rogan's going to be looking at you. Whoever you're talking to. It doesn't matter who I'm talking to. It can be the biggest podcaster in the world. It can be Elon Musk. It can be somebody that I just met. It can be the mom at a soccer game. What am I going to tell them? The same boring thing. It takes the pressure off of me. Like, what am I going to say? Here's what I learned. It's always the same. I say the same thing. I don't have to change it because of the context of who I'm talking to. There's a critical ratio, 3 to 1. If you're 3 to 1, meaning you shouldn't have any more than 3 of these inflammatories for every one of these anti-inflammatories, then you're in the safe zone. How many people do you think would like to be in the safe zone? When we started using those words, safe zone, it worked. People are like, oh yeah, I'd like to be in the safe zone. It's everyday language. If you're 3 to 1 or higher than 3 to 1, 6 to 1, 8 to 1, 20 to 1, 40 to 1, 60 to 1, 160 to 1 we've seen in the United States. You're in the what? That danger zone. Safe zone, danger zone, safe zone, danger zone. These are everyday words. You're talking to people anywhere in the world and they go, oh, I didn't know that. Thanks for telling me. Why does it matter? We all know this slide, right? So we're not going to have a slide for this. You can simply say, hey, when you're in the danger zone, the cell is hard and rigid, so it's really difficult for good things to get in and bad things to get out. And when you're in the safe zone, the cell becomes soft and malleable like a jellyfish, and it's easy for good things to get in and bad things to get out. So whatever else you're taking for your health is going to work better when you have soft, malleable jellyfish cells, not hard charcoal cells. Everyday language. So if we ask the wrong question, one of my mentors told me 25 years ago, says if you ask the wrong question, the answer doesn't matter. So what is the right question? What is the question that we want our prospects, our candidates, asking when we're done with this presentation? And the right question is this. Is what you're doing getting you into the safe zone? Is what you're doing getting you into the safe zone? That's the question. It's not, oh, I take fish oil and I'm taking 1,000 milliliters. Oh, my doctor said if I can handle 2,000 milliliters, I should take 2,000 milliliters a day. So what? That's old science. That's the wrong question. How many milliliters is the wrong question. That doctor, that health practitioner needs to be re-educated. When the health practitioner sees this, here's what I learned, this is a what? Omega-3 is what? Essential. Your body doesn't make it. You have to get it from a food or a supplement. This is an omega-6. It's what? Essential. Your body doesn't make it. You got to get it from your food or a... There's a magical number. What's it?
3 to
1. You guys are trained, right? If you're 3 to 1, you're in the what zone? Same zone, right? If you're higher than 3 to 1, 4 to 1, 10 to 1, you're in the what? Danger zone, right? So do you want to be in the safe zone? That's where you tell your story. So here's what happened to me, right? A friend of mine introduced me to the balance test. Here's the test. I didn't have to go to the hospital. I didn't have to make an appointment with a doctor. I didn't have to sit in a waiting room with a bunch of people coughing on me and I'm wondering if I've got the next virus. I could just do it from home. And I needed to find out. So I took the test, I got the result, and damn it. I thought I was being healthy. How many of us have heard that? Well, I thought I was being healthy. I was eating well. I was taking supplements. And my number came back, and it was 20 to 1.
Whoosh.
20 to 1. Is that the safe zone? No, that's the
Danger zone.
And here's one of the keys. A lot of us are good at sharing our number, our ratio. But with that number comes an emotion, right? And the emotions can be different. We have an election coming up in the United States. Some of you may have heard. It's chaos. Absolute chaos. And many people are like, well, I'm going to vote for this person because of this point or that point. When they get into that booth and they've got to choose, okay, is it this person or that person? 99% of people are going to make the choice based on emotion, not logic. Emotion. That's just human nature. So when we see the number, what was the feeling you had when you got the number? For some people, it's anxiety. Oh no. For some people, it's relief because they've had something going on in their life. They keep going from doctor to doctor to doctor. The doctor says, we don't know what's wrong. It must be in your head. If you've been in the business long enough, you've heard those stories. Those are frustrating when you don't know what's wrong with you. Everybody's telling you there's nothing wrong and you're not feeling good. Oh, finally, maybe this is what's wrong. For me, it was anger. I was angry. Why was I angry? Because I knew if I'm 20 to 1 in the danger zone, then my wife is probably in the danger zone. And my children are probably in the danger zone. And when they took their test, my wife was close to 20 to 1. She was a little bit better than me. But my children were 40 to 1. 40 to 1. And we buy organic. We eat fresh fish. We do, I thought we were doing the right stuff. We were taking a very expensive omega. They were 40 to 1. So me, that's on me. I'm responsible. It was anger. So when you're sharing the ratio, share how you feel. Also, when you get the second test, share how you feel. And watch the results change, because now we're talking about emotion, not just numbers. So what did I do? I said, well, my test is horrible, absolutely horrific. What are my options? You can either get it from a food or a supplement. And I obviously wasn't disciplined enough to get it from my food. So here I had a choice. Do I come home and look at the kids, my daughters, and my wife, say, hey, guess what, everybody? I found these really cool sardines from Portugal. They have really nice colors on them. They're in olive oil. I hear olive oil is good for them. So every day we're going to each eat 10 cans of sardines. And after that, we're going to be in the safe zone. What's the look they're going to give me? Dad, what are you on, some conspiracy theory? There's no way we're going to eat 10 cans of sardines a day. Or, a friend of mine told me about this product called the balance oil. What do we do with the balance oil? Well, in the United States, we simply say, take a shot glass, the balance shot, pour some water in there, put the oil on top, and then take the shot. Take the shot. How long does it take? 1 second. It's a 1 second solution to one of the biggest health risks that 99% of people in the world, at least in the United States, 97% of the people in the world face. 1 second solution. Every morning, 4 shot glasses, we put water, 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 oil, oil, oil. 2 daughters take their 1 second shot, I take my 1 second shot, my wife takes her 1 second shot, and the problem is done. Solved. 120 days later, we're in the States. So we're reinventing the nutritional space, aren't we? Yes. And how many of you have gone to the nutrition store and you've come home and your counter looked like that? And you get all this stuff from the local mom and pop nutrition store. Oh, I got this green stuff here, and I've got this yellow stuff. Oh gosh, that smells terrible. And I've got this pill and that powder and this capsule. And you're looking at it all and you're saying, I hope it works. Because I need to do something. And then you go to Google, and you go to ChatGPT, and you start typing in all this stuff. And the more we research, the more confused we get. Right? We listen to a podcast or two. This guy says this is good. That girl says it's bad. Write this down. In the nutritional space, we've been living in a world of, I hope this powder works. I hope this pill works. I hope this tablet works. And then maybe you start taking it, and instead of being sick for 4 days when you get a flu, you're sick for 3 days. And you say, I believe it works. And your friend comes to you and she says, hey, chica, what do you got there on your kitchen counter? Oh, I'm taking these things here so that I'm being preventative about my health, so I don't get sick as much, and so I can live longer, and so I can feel like more energy, and so I can be there for my grandkids when they are running around and I can keep up with them. And your friend, she looks at you and she says, come on, you really believe in that? All the money you're spending on that? Let's just go get some margaritas. Let's go just get some drinks instead. And you say, no, 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 no. I believe it works. And she looks at you, she goes, you believe it works? I believe the cow jumped over the moon. So what? How many of you have heard those conversations from your friends? For decades, we've been living in the nutritional preventative space, and I hope it works. I believe it works. You know what changes? I know it works. You go from hope to belief to knowing. And it sounds simple, but it changes the entire space. Hope to belief to knowing. So we test and we don't guess. It's pretty simple. Test, don't guess. We have a 1 second solution, a balance shot. Is it better to say, take a spoonful of oil? Or is it easier to say, just do a shot. Takes 1 second a day. Think of the everyday language. That's the boring story.